Aloha, it's Brandon, and today I'm going to take you on a walking tour through Kona. Right on the left here is the newly renovated Pac 19 Hotel, and right in front of me is the Kona Courtyard. You can see the Ironman competition is in town. In fact, I'm videoing this on a Thursday, October 12th, and the Ironman will be on Saturday, October 14th. Right in there is normally where you would go in to park, but now it is all set up for the races. This year, the Ironman here in Kona will be the women's competition. The men were in Nice, France, and then I believe next year they will flip back and forth each year. I don't live in Kona. I observe from the island of Oahu, although I do get here a couple of times a year. But I do know there was a lot of feedback from the community on the size of the race and just the impact on this area. So hopefully this works out by splitting the race. Be good for the community, good for the Ironman, and everyone involved. You can see if you're planning a vacation, knowing when the Ironman race is very important because this whole area is shut down to regular traffic. These are people setting up tents, vendors, sponsors. It's really kind of cool to see this place kind of transform for a couple of days. There is definitely a lot going on. I definitely lucked out with some beautiful weather for the day. In addition, usually if I were to shoot a video like this, I would be stuck on a sidewalk, but you'll notice further down, I get a chance to walk down the middle of the road. You can see here the Courtyard by Marriott is totally transformed. That area right there, the water, those tents, and those are the starts and finishes for each element, the swim, the bike, and the run. They're all kind of right around in that area. A little bit further down, we'll get a better view of the bay. You can see all of the restaurants and activities and different businesses along this strip. You're going to see all kinds of banners out supporting the runners or the triathletes and encouraging them. Lots of vendors, all kinds of bike tune-up repair places all around. Right there, that's a huge rack of lights there. That's probably for the early morning start, I guess. I've never actually been here for the race. This whole area, obviously fenced off, ready to go. So yeah, normally this road right here is pretty busy little section going through Kona, but totally blocked off for the next couple of days. So I lucked out. Good weather and an opportunity to walk down this road without traffic, at least for a bit. So this shot here, in addition to being beautiful, this is where the swim will head out and back. So they'll start and finish right there to the right. Nice wide sidewalk here, and it's a nice place to take a stroll, whether the Ironman is in town or not. All those blue tents there, that's all Ironman triathlete vendors, sponsors, groups that are involved with the race. It was kind of nice to walk down this area. Just kind of see things, how they're laid out. If you've been down here before, you know that this strip here is pretty much loaded with shops and restaurants. All kinds of things to do. Pretty fun place. especially in the evening and nighttime. There's a little wider shot of all the tents and all the activity going on there. This ended the vehicular free zone. You can see where they're diverting traffic here. I don't know, it was nice while it lasted. Right up here on the right, just a little bit further down, you can see that building there. That is the Hawai'i Palace, right on Ali'i Drive here. This once was a summer vacation home for Hawaiian royalty. Also a former residence of King Kamehameha the Great. It's now a museum, so you can schedule to go in there. Lots of artifacts and historical pieces that you can take a look at. I'm glad they were able to preserve this place. There was a point in history where an organization or a business was looking to come and buy this out to put in a, yeah, you guessed it, a resort. They were able to block that to keep some of the coastal space free there, so that's always nice. Hope we keep it that way forever. I will tell you, walking through Kona at this time, I felt like the least fit person in the entire community. A lot of lean bodies walking around. Also a lot of expensive bikes. You'll see several of them passing me. I think you've already seen a couple going by. I know these bikes run in the thousands of dollars. A lot of expensive running shoes. Just elite level athletes everywhere when this triathlon is in town. Right here on the left is Uncle Billy's Kona Bay Hotel. I know that Uncle Billy's over in Hilo is causing people a lot of grief. This one is under a planned renovation, I believe a $20 million renovation. Not sure where that is. I have heard it is moving forward, and I hope it does. A lot of history there. Good to keep some of these old hotels and old buildings around. Some gotta go, but some I think are worth the effort. On the right here is Hawaii Park. I had to mute out the sound because the Ironman is taking it over and they were blasting music that I just don't have the rights to. So if you can imagine loudspeakers in this area, not too loud, but kind of a good energy. A lot of triathletes in this area. They had some tents up, looked like they were doing quite a bit. On the left-hand side there, you can see those kind of tents on the left there, all the pop-up tents. That's the Kona Farmers Market area. I'm sure they were selling a lot of bananas and fresh fruits. Yeah, pretty cool. That's how the Ironman is kind of set up in this area. And really, if you're going to bring an event into town, of all the variety of events there are in the world, an event that promotes physical fitness, good health, outdoor activity, I think this is a pretty good one to pick. You can really just see how this entire place transforms during this time. And of course, this, like I mentioned before, this is 2 days before the actual event, and this will be women only this year. Next year, the men will be here and the women will be in Nice, France. On the right here is Kalai Beach. Small little sandy area, but mostly a rocky shoreline, but some nice spots under the trees there in the shade. And a small little protected area. The wave's not as rough. Lots of shops, lots of beautiful coastal views. There's a beach volleyball court over here. That's what we're looking at there. Along with restaurants, bars, and grills. Great place in the evening. We are currently on Ali'i Drive, and coming up here, we're going to branch off onto Kahakai Road. That's going to keep us along the coast here. Ali'i Drive kind of goes up and the inside. So we'll branch off to the right and we'll walk down that area. It's a nice peaceful drive. On the right here is the beginning of the Royal Kona Resort. A great long time resort in this area. Right on the beach. As we head down, a lot of times you'll notice that the shoreline is blocked by condos or resorts. So if you're new to the area, you always want to keep an eye out for shoreline access points. One of the great laws that was passed here in Hawaii is that beaches are public. You cannot privately own the beach, and therefore you need access. Here's the entrance to the Royal Kona Resort. Really nice. Open. A little bit further down, I'm going to point out a shoreline access sign for you so you'll know what it looks like and can keep an eye out for those if you're trying to get to the beach or trying to get to the water. Of course, the big challenge in this area is parking. All the popular places, beach access places, parking is always quite a challenge. So you'll see right here, coming up on this space to the right, you can access the shoreline through here. And I'll show you one of those shoreline access signs. There's a path there, but sometimes you don't know if that's private or not. But yep, you can access the shore right through there, the one we just passed. That shoreline down there is kind of mostly rock along the ocean, but there's quite a few sandy spots, and that will take you on the ocean side of the Castle Kona Reef, or the Kona Reef Resort. There's vacation rentals and condos. It's all along the right here as we head back up to Ali'i Drive. This area on the right is Honol's Beach, part of the Waiaha Beach Park. It's a small sandy area, kind of rocky. Parking obviously very difficult to find in this area. We are going to end this walk at the Royal Sea Cliff Kona by Outrigger. To get there, we're going to be heading through some mixed residential, a lot of condos, small little places. So yeah, stick with me, and we'll continue this walk down to the end, but we'll definitely be pulling off the coastline here coming up. It's a nice peaceful walk. It is a beautiful day. So we'll see you at the end of this video for the Royal Sea Cliff Kona by Outrigger. And there it is on my right, the Royal Sea Cliff, Kona by Outrigger. I enjoyed sharing this walk with you in this special place on the big island of Hawaii. I don't see you out and about walking around. I'll see you in the lobby.